The stage, a very funny guy, very handsome guy. Please give it up for the very funny Mr. Andrew Rays.
He wasn't kidding. I just want to start off the show by letting you guys know that I love food. I love to eat. Really love it. That's why I used to be like this. I kind of used to look like Ali. Fat and Iranian. But as much as I like to eat, I think that we're complicating the process nowadays. I think we're going a little bit too far. Hot dogs were bad enough when they were invented, but now we have this thing on the market called the Turducken. You've heard of it, alright. I have a lot in common. For those of you who haven't heard, from what I understand, this is a turkey stuffed with a duck, stuffed with a chicken. I don't know, to me that doesn't really sound like dinner so much as like some sort of hilarious crime scene. Something out of CSI. Well, the preliminary autopsy suggests that subject was first stuffed with a turkey, and then stuffed with a duck, and finally stuffed with a chicken. We can't yet speculate as to the cause of death, but we assume it must have been quite amusing. And what kind of great interrogation tool would that make, huh? Forget solitary confinement, forget sensory deprivation. No, we're just gonna keep stuffing fowl up your rectum until you break. Figuratively and literally. Really though, do we need to go around creating new food groups? I figure, several 100 million years of evolution, nature still hasn't found a use for this thing. Who are we to argue? Not that nature's infallible. It's come up with a staggering variety of really dumb animals who just don't know what the hell is going on. Like rabbits and some people. I'll give you Exhibit A. Recently, me and two of my cousins took a trip down to Southern California. We went to San Diego originally, spent a little while there, and for some unknown reason decided to go up to Los Angeles late at night. It was about 1 a.m. in the morning. I'm passing out in the passenger seat. One of my cousins in the back. One's driving. We're going quite fast. When suddenly the car just jerks. In the space of about 10 feet, it swerves out of the lane and swerves right back into it. I look over at my cousin in near panic. He looks at me. A few seconds pass like that. Us staring at each other. No one staring at the road. Finally he says, "Bunny." Bunny? Really? Let me break down the situation. There are 3 human beings in a car going 95 miles an hour down a dark road. How's Bunny in any way, shape, or form an acceptable excuse to swerve in this situation? I would have swerved for like a couch. A woman if she was naked. Maybe even a small child. But not a rabbit. I wouldn't have even thought about it. The rabbit probably wouldn't have even registered. My entire thought process would have been, what the hell was that? Come on, silly rabbit. Roads are for cars. But not a swerve for a rabbit. If there had been a squirrel on the road, I would have swerved at it. That's Exhibit B right there, incidentally, squirrels. I don't even try to avoid them anymore. What's the point? It's gotten to the stage where it's a squirrel, and it's me. And you know what? I drove over one of the little squirrel friends on my very first driving lesson, so they know I mean business. And it wasn't intentional. It's not like I'm a monster. I'm out aiming for squirrels. No, it wasn't my fault. I'm driving a reasonable speed. 3 of them dashed out from behind a bush. I hit the brakes, stopped just in time. Managed to put my foot back on the accelerator. Another one lunged out. I had no choice but to roll over it at 3 miles an hour. I don't understand. My instructor, he was Asian, so he didn't even notice. Until I told him. At which point he made me back up, because he was hungry. I'm kidding, we didn't back up. Come on. Come on, I'm not racist. I'm just using a convenient stereotype, just like everyone else has been today. Because we all know it's ridiculous. We all know Asian people don't eat squirrels. They eat dogs. Let's get the facts straight, people. I don't know. I'm not that familiar with Asian culture. Really, I'm speaking out of ignorance. Maybe they do eat squirrels. They should. Annoying bastards. The squirrels, not the Asian people. Because there are too many of them as is. Again, the squirrels. Not the Asian people. And they're too damn suicidal. I mean, how many of you have hit a squirrel or come close because one of them launched itself at your car? Honestly, it happens all the time. Why do they do this? You know, I've become convinced over the years that squirrels are like nature's kamikaze dive bombers. You know, like nature decided, well, humans are taking over, nothing else has worked, let's throw some squirrels at them. You know, nature just made a small miscalculation in size. But that's okay, because nature learns from its mistakes. And while it's funny now, it won't be when you're driving home one day, and an hippopotamus comes out of the bushes, going right for your car. Or you'll come home, there'll be a rhinoceros running back and forth along the power lines, giving you this look like, the rules have been reversed, biatch. Now you better hide your nuts. And at that point, we're just going to be forced to admit defeat. Say, okay, nature, you win. Because you never know what nature is going to throw at you next. I was listening to the news the other day. There was a woman a few weeks ago who gave birth to twins. But they were born like 2 months apart. What? That's not supposed to happen, right? I mean, they're supposed to come out at the same time. That's why they're twins, right? It's not supposed to be like one now and one 2 months down the line. I mean, that's unfair. That's 2 months late. That's more than 30 days. You can't even return it now. Except maybe for store credit. And how does that happen in the first place? I mean, I can understand if one of them doesn't want to leave, you know, it's comfortable and there it's warm, wants to go into a new environment. But wouldn't the other just drag them out out of spite? Just feel like attraction, grab on it first thing there. You're coming with me! Never! So long, brother. You can't stay in there forever. It's like some sort of made-for-TV movie. 2 twins enter, 1 twin leaves at a time. Tonight on the Lifetime channel. Lifetime channel, incidentally, is yet another channel I don't watch. Got a satellite feed at home. 50 million billion channels. I watch maybe 8 on a regular basis. Everything else is crap. Miles and miles of crap. And more adding to it all the time. You know, what's the newest fad? Reality game shows, right? Survivor started it. And now they're up to the popularity of like sitcoms. They make reality game shows about anything. Just think of like the worst thing you can imagine. They'll put it on TV in prime time. They have like 20 shows now of morbidly obese people trying to lose weight, competing for it. Come on, these are people with problems. They've got real problems and the producers have turned it into like a public spectacle. And is it entertaining? Absolutely. But is it right? Hey, why not take it further? Take 2 amputees, put them on TV, turn it into a competition. Who can roll in back the fastest? Tune in every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. There's a guy there.